We cover weather and traffic every 10 minutes on KBOI 2 News this morning. Denny Hawkins joins us as we saw rain in some areas, snow a little bit yesterday, and I don't think any of us were really welcoming it.
Yeah, it's a little tough to wake up to see. I mean, we have to, at some point it had to happen. So for those of you who did see a little dusting, hey, I mean, welcome to winter, right?
Yeah.
On the flip side, we get a complete 180 pattern change today through this week. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a next 2-week scenario type thing. Ooh. So going to be dry. And that means not the best thing for the ski areas. But if you're someone who's not looking forward to the snow, these next 2 weeks, hopefully we'll speak to that, but we also are talking about an inversion. So here's how it will play out. But again, of course, just kind of wanted to give a little reminder. We're heading into December, and with that, now winter solstice, just about, I think it's 21 days away. Actually, that's a lie. It's 18 days away. We're 21 days away from Christmas, and that's what I was thinking of. So, of course, days are getting shorter and shorter. Sunrise today, 8:02 in the morning. Sunset at just after 5 o'clock. So 5:08 is when that sun will go down. Brian mentioned it. We did pick up our first measurable snowfall out at the Boise airport, 1/10 of an inch. So really not much, but we have to count it on the book. So at least we got the first snow out of the way. It was a good, healthy dose of snow in the mountains. This is kind of just what the doctor ordered this time of the year for the ski areas. 9 inches at Bogus Basin, 14 at Brundage. Tamarack also picking up 9 inches. The good news is it was just what we needed. The bad news, I don't see a lot more of this coming in the next couple of weeks. So again, a dry pattern shaping up. Here's what's happening. Really, the trough and the area of low pressure that we saw sweep through here over the weekend is moving east, and we are going to see a massive ridge of high pressure just build in and camp out across our region. You can see just how high these lines go. That is a sign of a very strong ridge of high pressure, meaning it's going to take a lot to break this thing down. So until that happens, we're not going to see the end of this pattern. So yeah, we're talking about sunshine overall, colder temperatures, but here in the lower valleys, when you get that ridge of high pressure and the sunshine kind of combined, it actually creates the inversion, that very stagnant pattern. So what I'm seeing right now, no storms on the horizon, not just this week. This could possibly be a next week scenario too. So I'm thinking very dry conditions for the foreseeable future here. But again, it's not the best news for ski areas. It's going to be extra cold in the valleys, and because of that, the way the ridge of high pressure works out, our air is going to be coming from the north or the northwest. So that's why it's going to feel additionally cold. And then when you get the low clouds and the fog trapping all of that down here at the valley floor, it just gets even colder. So we are looking for a stagnant pattern. I really don't think much is going to change for us. So we'll have to see how strong this inversion gets, but do know it'll play into our temperatures at the very least this week. Satellite and radar looking good. Again, we have a few lingering flurries out there this morning, but most everything is well off to the east of us. Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, seeing some pockets of snow. If you're putting up your holiday lights today, I would say probably not a bad idea. The further we go into the week, well, colder it gets. So today, 2 p.m., we're at 36 degrees. We'll be up to 39 for the daytime high, and then quickly dropping into the low 30s as we get into the 6 o'clock hour. As soon as that sun sets, it is going to feel colder out there. So daytime highs today, 20s in the mountains. Again, we'll be about 40 degrees in Caldwell, but upper 30s for most of us this afternoon. And even so, this is about as warm as we get. Lows tonight back to the low 20s, so it's going to feel colder out there tomorrow morning than it will this morning. Almost single digits up toward McCall for the low temperatures tonight. And then look what happens from there, our temperatures just kind of spiral downward ever so slowly. Please know that depending on how strong this inversion gets, if we get that low cloud deck that sticks around all day long, if we get the patchy fog in the morning, that kind of gray, gloomy feel can also make it feel even colder. It's not going to allow the sun to heat us up as much. So temperatures very dependent on that. But do know that the inversion is going to impact our temperatures by the weekend. It's looking like the mountains are going to be about as warm as we are. So think 30s all week long, possibly